Hi, everyone. Amanda Gregg coming to you Mindfulness Monday. Thanks so much for being here this Monday. So excited to be connecting with you today. We have a great topic today. I'm going to be talking about the to-do list, and the topic is how to drop the to-do list but still get it all done. And so I am really excited to share three ways that has definitely helped me, and I've also seen help clients that I've been working with as well. So I am really looking forward to sharing this with you. So, three ways we're going to talk about today. So, before that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Gregg, and I have a company called Soaring Eagle Healing. And I am passionate about helping people get comfortable in their bodies so that they can move past stress, past anxiety, and really be the best version of themselves. And so I share tips and tricks and ideas and thoughts on Mindfulness Monday. You maybe have also caught Mindfulness Monday where I interview different people with different perspectives on all of this, different ideas on really how to come into the body, how to begin to explore who you are, and how to really look inside rather than looking outside at external circumstances, and really using those as only tools to show us what needs to be worked on the inside. So with that, I'd love to share today about the to-do list. So one thing that I have found is that my to-do list can either be really, really long or it can be short. And day by day, it definitely fluctuates. And there are a lot of different things that happen in that place. And so just thinking about how your to-do list goes. Is it something that you write down? Is it something that you put on your computer? Is it something that you put into your phone? Because I think it's important definitely to be able to, for me, what I find is that if I don't write it down, something that I need to do, then it keeps rolling around in my head. And so I really need to write it down to get it onto a piece of paper so that then I can figure out the actions in that. And what the three ways really help us do is start to move from that to do and more to that be. And so I'm going to share with you the three ways and talk about each of those a little bit and see how this resonates with you. I always talk with my audience that if it's something that resonates with you, take it, use it, even adapt it to what really works for you. But what I do know and what I am certain of is that when you start to really use these different ways, that can really move you forward in your day and make it less hectic, make it less anxiety filled, make it less with worry in it. And so that's what I've really found for both my clients and myself. So I love sharing these. So the first one is to be aware, curious, and consistent. And so I know that is a lot, but it all comes together in something that I like to call basically an experiment. So, what you're doing basically is taking your to do list and using this awareness and this curiosity and this consistency to really start to dive deeper into you, because that is where it starts. It is not about your to do list and what your to do list is doing to you. It is how that is affecting and how you are reacting to that. That is something inside that, just being curious and starting to watch that from a different angle, can really begin to create something different for you and start to reveal some things that you never even knew about yourself. So, what I want you to do is basically take your self and put yourself in a beaker. I like to talk about that because I like some science and I like that experiment piece. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, put yourself into a glass of some sort and start to pour in the to do list and pour in that busyness. Because June, I've been talking all about busyness and what that really means. And if you take both of those elements and really pour it in, put as much or as little as you want into that, and really begin to notice your reaction and notice what it looks like for you. So for me, when I put in that to-do list that has a lot of things on it, I can see my anxiety levels start to really elevate. And so what I've found is when I can start looking at that to-do list and actually dropping off some items that are not a priority that day, I feel a lot more in the space where I can be in my day and get the things done, but also allow for other things that may be coming at me for specific reasons to come in as well. And so I just that awareness and that curiosity and that consistency and doing that consistently. Each day can be so different. Like I said, sometimes my to-do lists are short. And so when I do that experiment and just that consistency of being able to bring that awareness to it can change it and flip what it means to me in just a moment. It's really a choice about where you're at with that and the busyness. So that's way number one. So the next one is being grateful. So many of you probably have gratitude exercises that you do. I know I've asked this on social media as well. Do you have a practice that you use? And for me, what I use is I have a journal and I'm able to use that whenever I feel as though I have something that I want to write down that I'm grateful for. I do think about that throughout my day as well. Others said that they post daily on social media. They're able to use that as their practice. Others say consistently throughout the day they are saying their gratitudes. And so, as this to do list and this busyness starts to come into your day, stopping and taking a moment to realize what you are grateful for. One of my friends, I was chatting with her about this topic before I started this month. And one of the things that came up is that sometimes the to do list and the busyness can actually bring joy. Having that capability of checking off those marks and being able to say, I did this, or really being excited about not the outcome of what you're going to be doing, but actually the journey through that and the things that you get to do as you are moving through that. And that, I believe, is really coming into being in that moment. Yes, there are always things that we're doing and that we're taking action on, and that is beautiful to move us on through our journey. And at the same time, we are also being in that space so that when we move through that, we can be grateful for no matter what is happening, no matter what we believe in that moment. That we are grateful for what we have. So be grateful. So that's the way number two. And then the final way that I'd like to chat about is being willing to tell about it. So this one I think is a really interesting one because it's something that I've had to learn through my business in being able to come onto just Facebook Lives or videos and being able to chat about the things that have worked for me and being able to be that inspiration perhaps and be that catalyst for somebody else to say, hey, I love that part of that. Let me take that and let me use it in my world. So, what I'm saying here is being willing to tell about it. So, you have your to do list, you have your various busyness that happens throughout your day, and you have your reactions to it, and you have the way of you being inside of that and looking more internal and less at the outside world can really start to bring about things that we can share with others. And so that curiosity within that to be able to share that and that courage to begin to tell others your experience is beautiful because there's a couple things that happen with that. One is that we can share in our humanness. That we can say, hey, there's other people that are working through this as well. There's other people that are having very similar experiences to me as I am, or that there's other things that it can really again spark that idea of saying, hey, I would really love to use that for myself. And so therefore their experiment gets that much more heightened as they begin to take in some of your wisdom that you're able to share. So that is way number three. So with that, it's just this opportunity to bring awareness into this whole perspective of what your to-do list is and what that busyness really means to you. And it can be so many different things to so many different people. But what I'm saying with this dropping your to-do list and still getting it all done is really dropping that worry, that anxiety, that really upset or just that kind of tension that it may bring you, and being able to float into that space of curiosity within that is really something that starts to change things and starts to change your perspective. One of the things that I'm reading from Wayne Dyer is something that I really love, and I can't I can't exactly get the way that he says it, but he talks about if you change the way you think about things, then the things start to change. And so, with that, I believe that as you start to really do this curiosity and this awareness and this experiment with these different things that are happening externally, you can really get curious about what's happening internally and begin to understand you, first of all, and knowing that you are whole and that you are part of this beautiful symbol that I visualize of a yin yang, that there are two parts of us as we move through this journey. And that as we can start to embrace those pieces and get really curious about it, that's where the fun begins. So if you want to have more experiences like this, want to chat more about maybe your to-do list or perhaps the busyness that's happening in your life, I would really love to chat with you. I am here. I have this passion for helping people through this with the mindfulness movement and energy. And if you want to chat, please do private message me or comment below, and I'd love to find a time to do that with you. So, as always, thanks for being here for Mindfulness Monday and being a part of the audience that is part of this and the like-minded people that want to learn more about this. I just love to share this. If you have any comments or any ideas about future Mindfulness Mondays, I would so love to hear from you as well. And know that this will be available for your viewing. Additionally, next week I will be interviewing, so be on the lookout for who will be in those interviews and what we'll be chatting about. So, with that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.